Well, it's better than Toy Story 4. Greetings, my fancy friends. Welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm going to be talking about Toy Story 5, the newest installment in the Toy Story franchise. And I gotta say, when this was first announced, I was really skeptical. Now, I love the first three Toy Story movies. Those are like my favorite animated films of all time. It's a perfect trilogy. And Toy Story 4, it's fine. Like, it's not the worst movie ever, like some people claim to be. I don't know, but it just seemed like kind of a cash grab. And when I heard that a fifth one was coming, I was like, really? Do we need a Toy Story 5? I mean, Toy Story 4 had kind of a really good conclusion to the whole series. Do we really need a new installment? Well, I'm happy to say that Toy Story 5 is not only better than Toy Story 4, but I feel like the story really makes this film justified. This time around, the toys are up against their biggest threat yet, technology. That's right, kids are no longer playing with toys nowadays and are just going on iPads and lily pads and never want to have fun and just act like kids anymore. So now, when Bonnie gets her new lily pad, it's up to Buzz, Woody, and the rest of the gang to team up and take down technology. So that whole premise alone is the main reason why I was excited for this movie, because it's obvious that we live in an age where kids are only on their phones and no longer playing with toys. They never act like kids anymore and only on social media and just trying to fit in. And that's really sad to see. I hate to sound like a boomer here, but I remember the days when I would go out there and be so excited for the newest Transformer toy or whatever, but now toy stores are just a thing of the past, and that's kind of sad to see. It's sad to see kids no longer acting like kids, and this film tackles that subject matter perfectly. And what I love most about this movie is that it focuses around Jessie this time. We had a movie where we focused on Woody and Buzz, but now we get Jessie in the spotlight, which is great to see because she's one of the best characters in the entire series. You see, after the events of Toy Story 4, with Woody now hanging out with Bo and away from Bonnie, Jessie is now the leader of the group, and she feels like it's her duty to be the one to get Bonnie to be interactive and play and to make friends, but Bonnie doesn't really fit in with anybody because she's only playing with toys. She doesn't have an iPad or the newest technology. And now Jessie feels like she's failing as a toy because Bonnie has no friends to play with. And matters only get worse once Bonnie gets her lily pad because now she's only focusing on playing on her tablet, not interacting with anybody. I mean, sure, she's texting people on her lily pad, but she's not actually going out there and being a kid and playing. So Jessie sees the lily pad as a threat because she wants to see Bonnie act like a kid. And with this whole dynamic in this story, I feel like a lot of people, especially the older generation and parents, are going to be relating to Jessie a lot. Because I'm sure parents are kind of sad seeing their kids only on their phones, not going outside, not doing things that they used to do when they were kids, like, actually have fun and play with toys, go see their friends. We live in an age where it's just mainly technology and just tapping on screens and scrolling all day. And the way how Jessie feels like a failed toy because, Bonnie's not out there playing with people or actually interacting with others, I can see a lot of parents seeing themselves in Jessie's character, how they kind of feel like a bad parent because their kids are only just on their phones all day. This whole dynamic of parents and their kids with technology is executed so uniquely in this film. Sure, we're in the perspective of a toy, but it really does feel like the writers and director of this film wanted to make a story about parents trying to get their kids back into acting like kids again and not just focusing on technology and social media. And this film has so many fantastic messages as well, like the dangers of social media and making friends online, and making friends with people that you might not 100% know. Like, this film has so many great messages for kids, and honestly, this is one of the most important Pixar films that Pixar has made in a very long time. And what's a Toy Story movie without some emotional moments, and the emotional moments in this film really do hit hard. I mean, there are parts in this film where I was getting a bit teary-eyed, especially one part near a tire swing. For those of you who have seen this film know what I'm talking about, that one part I was like, ooh, yeah, tears are flowing there. Like, the film has so many great emotional moments because of Jessie's character. She's one of the best characters in the whole series, and it really is a breath of fresh air to give her the time to shine, because her character is phenomenal in this film. Her character growth and the way how this film correlates the story about how Jessie feels like she's losing Bonnie, and her going back to her flashback of how she felt so just alone because of her old owner growing up. I mean, people do grow up and stop playing with toys, and Jessie feels like she's losing Bonnie too young. Bonnie has still a few more years in her to act like a kid. And the whole story in here is just so well written. It kind of makes me upset that Toy Story 4 is a thing, because if it went from, 1, 2, 3, and then 5, this could have been a perfect series. Now, do I think this film is up there with the original 3? No. There are quite a few issues that I have with this film that actually do bring it down for me. And the first one is Woody. Why is he here? Like, you could literally take Woody out of the story and nothing would change at all. He doesn't need to be in this story, and the fact that he's here in this movie kind of just defeats the purpose of Toy Story 4's ending. It's like, oh, Buzz and Woody say their goodbye, it's them separating. And oh, Woody can just drive that toy car skunk thing to Bonnie's house anytime he wants, I guess. There goes that emotional moment from Toy Story 4, I guess. Like, what's the point? And also, this whole subplot with this army of Buzz Lightyears wasn't really needed at all. I mean, sure, it's funny, and there are some really cute moments in there, but I don't know, it just wasn't needed. Now, if you remember when this film was first announced, they said that the villain of the movie was going to be an army of Buzz Lightyears. So I guess they kind of just scrapped that idea and went with the lily pad idea instead, but still had a bunch of scenes with an army of Buzz Lightyears, so it's like, oh, I might as well go ahead and use them, why waste all these assets? But I don't know, like, was this really needed? I mean, yeah, it's funny and cute, but I don't know, maybe a few more story bits could have been put into the story for the side characters, because that's my other complaint about the film, is the lack of the use of the side characters. Now, Toy Story has so many iconic side characters in this series, and they do nothing in this movie. They just get put into the garage and that's it. Like, nothing else. I mean, thinking back to Toy Story 2 and 3, they did so much with these side characters, and in here, they're just there for a couple of laughs, but I feel like each toy only gets like one piece of dialogue in the entire movie, and like, that's it. I don't know, like, I love these characters so much. I would have loved to see more of them in this film, but I don't know, I mean, the story's fine without them, I guess, but it's Toy Story. I want to see the toys in this story, And my one last issue with the film is the ending. Now, obviously this film was going to have the themes of, oh, technology isn't 100% evil. I knew this film was going to have that kind of cop-out ending, but the way how the film executes that ending seems really paper thin. Like, the lily pad does some self-sacrifice thing to, make them good, and I don't know, it just kind of seemed forced in there to make the lily pad kind of a good guy at the end of the movie, and I don't know, it just seemed like really lazy in my opinion. So as a whole, I actually really ended up enjoying Toy Story 5 a lot more than I thought I would. It's funny, it's got great themes, I love Jessie's character in this movie, it has a lot of important messages for kids, and I think it's a worthy addition to this franchise. And honestly, I think this is where you can stop. I think this is where we can have the franchise come to an end on a very good note, and maybe time to close a toy chest for good. Like, let's leave these characters here, let's not do anything else with them, let's just leave the series as it is. But Disney loves money, so yep. Which is why I'm gonna give Toy Story 5 the gold top hat. To all my fancy friends out there, thank you so much for watching. But if it's first time here and you like what you've seen, be sure to subscribe for more content. Have you seen Toy Story 5? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And let me know what your favorite movie in the franchise is. I'd be happy to know that too. Hope you have a fantastic night. And as always, stay fancy.